I'm gonna make a YouTube video, and it's gonna be really good tutorial for you, and it's gonna be good, like I know it would. Auto-tune guitar is literally the best. Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be covering on how to make a pop song in the style of Lauv and Khalid.
Look at this dude.
Not like those ones that The Weeknd has been putting out lately, like the 80s type of sound, but more the other sound that pop is doing. Pop has taken like, I don't know, like the past few years it's been very different. It's not just like one thing. Alright, well in today's video we're gonna be covering on how to make this type of pop song right here. Alright, so we're back in Dora the Explorer DAW 2.0 version 83.5, and this is what the whole entire project looks like. And to the average trap producer, this is like watching Dora the Explorer like without knowing Spanish but having subtitles to translate it to English. Like, that's big brain, so it requires big brain to follow along.
What?
Just kidding. The BPM is 170. Really, you can have this anywhere from like 80 to 2 billion. I don't know, BPM doesn't really matter. Alright, so the first sound I got was this Mallet. It's from a Somatics pack called Apex One Shot Kit. Not sponsored. This is what it sounds like. No effects. It's pretty just normal mallet sound, you know, like Buddy Basic, bro. If you want to know, it's a tubular mallet. Here's a melody I came up with. I probably had these chords not strummed, and then I strummed it to give it more of that vibe, you know, to give it more vibes. Alright, let's get into effects. Fruity reverb with a very tiny amount of the wet nub increase. And then we got some Somatics origin to give it like that RC20 type of flavor yumminess, you know, but it's actually free. I'm not sponsored, bro. This is legit like fire.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
So I just messed around with the resample frequency. I think originally it was at like 22,000 hertz. And then I just like tweaked it a little bit. And then I messed around with the saturation, turned off the chorus, messed around with the movement, turned off the vinyl. Then lastly I got Fruity Delay 2. Fruity Delay 2 I feel like is a little bit easier to use, but I'm pretty sure Fruity Delay 3 is better because, you know, just like movies, the sequel's always better. So the next thing I got was this key from Somatics Apex One Shot Kit, not sponsored. This is what it sounds like. Just a normal key. Sounds like probably a penguin piano that your grandma bought you off of Craigslist for 3.5 cents.
Nice.
Yeah. So enough jokes. Let's hear what this below boss sound like. Perfect. Literally, it's just reverb, like whole lot of reverb. And I also messed around with the stereo separation, turned that to 48. Probably should be 50, but you know, no one actually cares. Alright, next we got another string pluck kind of noise. Here, I'll show you what I mean. See, it's kind of like a string synth pluck noise. I don't know. If you add some reverb, it really does sound like a string. So here's the pattern I made. So every pop song I feel like has that one catchy little counter melody, like The Weeknd, like Blinding Lights. Now let's get into the effects. Fruity reverb, and it's at 79%. Let's turn that to 80. Then we got a parametric EQ to cut off some of that low end. And then lastly I added some Fruity stereo enhancer to make it sound more wide and spread out across the mix, you know. So all I did was just turn this knob a little bit to the left. This is what it sounds like after effects. Alright, so next thing we got is the synth. Actually, there are two synths I put in here. One is a layer synth and one is a layer synth for the layer synth, but they're both layers for each other, you know. Kind of like how you could have 3 pancakes, but you're okay with having 2 pancakes because it's basically the same thing.
What?
Okay, so the synth I used was from Flex, and it's under the dense preset under whatever this, however you pronounce that. I don't feel like doing it. I didn't pass 5th grade, so this is what the dense preset sounds like. Just following the same chord progression as a mallet, except I just brought the bass notes slash root notes, whatever you want to call it, potato, tomato type of situation. I just literally brought it down an octave. This is what it sounds like. I think the only other variation was this little A note right here. So it's like dun 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 dun, yeah. And for effects, all I added was some reverb, and this is even 50%, and then a parametric EQ to get rid of some low end. So this is what it sounds like with effects. Alright, yeah, you get the point. It's a vibe. I know, I'm a professional producer. So we got another synth, which is also from Flex, and the preset is Buzzaplex, and this is what it sounds like. It's kind of a bassy pluck synthing thing, you know what I'm saying? So here's what it sounds like. It literally just copies the same thing as the dense preset. Nothing special. It's just for layering, like a 5-layer burrito, bean burrito, you know, Taco Bell, not sponsored. And for the millionth time, we added fruity reverb again, and then we added a parametric EQ. There we go, there's my English. Alright, so next we got this weird sounding bass wub thingy thing from GMS, another stock plugin. The program is Anger TE, and this is what it sounds like. Here's a little pattern I played. It's an E and a B, and then I exported it out because it sounded a little bit off beat, so I had to bring it back a little bit. Here's what it sounds like with effects. Add some reverb and a parametric EQ to get rid of some of that high end and low end, and then some fruity flanger. Last thing for the melodic elements side of element sides, we got the bass, bro. It ain't a song without the bass, bro. So here's the bass one shot I used, and this is what it sounds like. Not much is going on right here. It's just following the root notes for the melody I made earlier. So here's what it sounds like without any effects. For effects, all I added was some fruity fast distortion. So this is what it sounds like after effects. Now we're moving on to the fun part, the drums, bro. The drums. Give me a drum roll. First thing for the drums, I added a perc loop. Perc loops give like your songs just like way more vibes, and it sounds like this with no effects. I can imagine some yodeling on it. And I also messed around with the stereo separation. It's on 100%. That's a whole lot of percent. Like that's almost more than 1,000%. Then I put a parametric EQ to make it have that like kind of telephone effect. Here, I'll show you what it sounds like with the effects on. Alright, so next we just got this kick sample from some random pack. It's so special. Its name is Kick 2. Here's what it sounds like. Here's the pattern I came up with. It's vibey. It's like hot sauce, but like spicier. Now we're moving on to the snap slash clap. Here, I'll show you what I mean why it's a snap slash clap, bro. I'm just rhyming, bro. Like it's like the leveled up Supreme King level 5 version. So here's the very original pattern I came up with. So next we got a block hit rim shot sound, and this is what it sounds like. Basically it hits every other clap. So next we got the hi-hat, bro. This is what it sounds like. So this is a pattern I came up with. I messed around with the velocities a little bit for the rolls, and then like this little note right here. Next thing we got is the tom. Kind of has that 80s vibe to it, and this is what it sounds like. Alright, so I just have it playing at the end of the bar. Last thing for the drums, we got a tambourine. This is what it sounds like. I made this pattern. Here are the drums all together. added some reverb, parametric EQ, and fruity panomatic. And this is the last thing for the tutorial. So this is what the riser sound like all together. Drops. Alright, so here's a preview for the whole entire song. I'll be posting this beat too. Make sure you go check that out. Well, let me get the script out so I know how to end this correctly. I basically didn't follow the script the whole entire time. Okay, well that about wraps up the video. Like, subscribe, and also leave a comment on things I could improve on or what tutorial I should make next. Stay healthy, eat McDonald's. Peace, boy!